Hello my friends, I'm here to show you what I'm doing with refoaming a set of speakers. Actually, there's 4 low-end frequency drivers in this pair of speakers I need to refoam. You can see I cleaned that one up. Other ones look more like this except worse. And this is a set of JBL MRV308. They're tower home stereo speakers, and they're made in USA. Of course, when I have the camera turned back around for selfie setup, it's showing me everything in reverse, like mirror image, so I see it as if it's a mirror. But sorry about that. JBL, it's nice. They're good speakers, made in USA. But as you'll see, I have to clean off this foam. Now, this foam surround, when they first manufactured these, they installed the foam on the inside where it meets the cone, underneath the back side of the cone. And you can see in some spots, you can peel that up, and these are so soft, they're just coming right apart. I mean, it's just, these are bad, but I'm going to have to clean these up by hand, by finger. So what you do is you take a knife to be able to clean the outside of the surround where it meets the frame. Be careful. I'm using sort of a not real sharp knife to be able to clean that off, and I'm going to have to really get all those little dust bunnies that are sticky off with my fingers, just rubbing it off because it's sort of gooey. Of course, I'm doing this where you can see it. Normally I just have it flat on the workbench to make it easier for myself. But you take that off. Let's see what I can do. Now on the back side, at least these have sort of a polymer type plastic cone. They are flexible and you have to be careful not to crease them. But you take your fingers and just rub that stuff off as it's deteriorating anyway. It comes off easy. I don't really have to cut it. And then I'm going to have to go around. There's sort of a lip where the original glue, you see parts of it still sticking up around the edges. The original glue actually formed sort of a surface that did not deteriorate, and I'm probably going to have to take a little bit of that edge off real carefully with an X-Acto knife. As you see, I just work it, trying to be careful not to crease it. At least the cone edge is flexible. Paper cones will be more rigid, and you have to be careful because you don't want to rip or tear them. And most of the paper cones, your foam surround is going to lay right over the surface of the top of the cone. Your surrounds are going to lay right over the surface of the cone on the forward surface as opposed to the back surface like these. So I'm going to clean these up. These are 2 8-inch woofers, and then there's 2 mid woofers that are 6.5 inch, and I need to clean those up before I can start going on with new surrounds. And I'm going to pause this for now and get back with you on putting on the new surrounds. Okay, now I got that mostly really cleaned up. There's still a few little gooey dust bunnies for an old foam, and man, this stuff, it turns gooey. But nevertheless, get off all you can. There may be some residue from the old glue. As you see, this little line, 2 lines around the frame there, it's sort of gooey still, and it's from the original glue. that they applied the original foam surround on, and it still has a little bit, just a hair stick. So it's going to help me hold the surround in place once I get the inner part fitted on like a tire on a wheel to the underside of the cone. It's actually some sort of polymer treated or flexible polymer, some sort treated, either cloth or paper. It does appear paper on the back, and since it's treated, it sort of holds it together better. Otherwise we'd be dealing with a very, very delicate paper cone if it didn't have this polymer coating on it. But man, going to use these 8-inch surrounds. I got the surround kit from Simply Speakers, and they sell their own glue that's good for all types of surfaces, for the foam surrounds, butyl rubber surrounds, to go on either paper or plastic or other surfaces. Works great for it. Got here, it's in a little tube. We're going to have to apply it via Q-tip. So I'm going to get the glue ready, and then when the Q-tip's all ready to work, I'm going to have to apply some of the glue to the areas around it. But before I can do that, really, I got to get this foam fitted on the cone around it. So let's see, 1 8-inch coming up. See if I can get this laid back here so you can see better. Okay, 1. Okay, I have to lip it in underneath and get it down in there a bit, just like you're putting a new inner tube in a bicycle wheel and tire, or a new tire on the wheel. You gotta get some in there and some slack going so you can feed the other side around it. At least this being flexible is really handy. So I got here. So now I just gotta center it. And then, wow, this is working nicely. Okay, what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to center it down onto the frame. Then I'm going to glue the cone, to the surround where I lifted underneath. I'm going to get this glue working, get a little head start going, and be right back. Now basically, this stuff is a industrial rubber cement, the glue that we're using, and it starts getting tacky pretty quick. So you need to do it in sections between the screw holes on the frame. Do each little section, or maybe 2 at a time. Use it, being that you want to go sparingly, you don't have a lot in the tube for doing a whole bunch of speakers. They send you a tube with each one, but this is a kit that had 4 surrounds. So we got 4 speakers that stretch this 1 tube of glue they sent us on. So I'm almost done with the outer edge that goes against the frame. Then we'll work on the inner edge that goes against the cone. Okay, being that this cone, I still got to do the inner part against the rubber surround against the cone. We're getting almost to 10 minutes, and my phone will only record 10 minutes at a time. I'm going to put it on the next segment, part 2. Be back soon.